All right, music fans and just people who watch me for whatever reason. Hey, it's me, Dave, talking about stuff and doing it in real time for a few real people out here, just like you and just like me. So, when I comment on today's culture, the Super Bowl yesterday, and I dropped my video right before the game, which I thought was perfectly timed and got quite a few views since I have no subscribers. And someone said, "Good luck with the subscribers," because, when you take on pop culture, you tend to get uh, what is it, ratioed or algorithmed, and I'm so pretty close to being done with just doing this right here. I'm just close to being done. People wanted me to open up the comments, and I have to some degree, but in order to do it the way I want to do it, see, I want total control over it. I don't want people just splattering comments all over like fecal matter, which apparently that's the way people do things these days. And I have to read them all. And I got to tell you, the old man yells at cloud thing. It's getting old. We're in a different culture. This isn't a culture. You know who you should have at the Super Bowl? Like Yo-Yo Ma should play the Super Bowl. We need some culture, some actual culture. Well, that doesn't make sense, Dave, because the NFL is, beer and half naked women and guys, crashing into each other at 80 miles per hour. It's all about just, having a certain vibe, and you would kill the vibe. Well, according to a lot of the critics who watch the halftime show, and I will find a link and drop it in the description of this video. The dude who performed apparently killed the vibe of the game, which was apparently a blowout in the first half, and it didn't get any better in the second half. So I didn't watch the game. I watched an old movie. I watched a very exciting old movie that I hadn't seen in years called Backdraft. And I'm stuck, okay? The generation that's here today, someday they're going to be stuck, right? And future generations are going to be stuck with the things that they grew up with, that the things that they gravitated toward. This idea that I need to become open minded and listen to stuff that I think is pure crap, just like they obviously think the stuff that I listen to is pure crap. No, no, sorry, you can't teach the old dog too many new tricks. I mean, I like country, I like old school R&B. I mentioned that in the video. I'm cool with that. I like rock. I like pop. I'm a big fan of smooth jazz and R&B and jazz in that category. I really like that style. Acoustic music, bluegrass music. I like a lot of different things. Blues. I mean, I could listen to blues all day. It puts me in a great mood because I agree with most of what these guys are singing about. You need you need a symphony orchestra at halftime. Imagine if they had a cellist. I mean, if you're going to kill the vibe, you might as well go all out. Maybe people would learn something. They'd be like, "Oh, wow, music. This is actual music." And see, if you're going to dumb down, delete, or water down what once was known as music, and you're going to redefine it, and you're going to ask me to pretend that, yeah, I don't see anything weird here going on. No, I mean, look, folks, like I always say, the 40s had the bands, right? Big band music. That's music. 50s had the rock and roll era beginning and other forms in there. That was music. The 60s, all music. 70s, all music. 80s, all music. 90s, things start to get a little shaky, but mostly music. After that, things start to unravel fairly quickly. Now you'll say, "Oh, it's still music. It's just not very good music." Well, okay. So I'm being a little hyperbolic. All right? But when I do that kind of stuff, people just think, here's just a stupid man who's not going to adapt, and we're going to have to make sure we teach him a lesson. And I got the comments. Someone wrote like, a book, basically, a novel, right? If you're going to write novels, your comment's not going to be posted. I'm sorry. I mean, the fact that I'm even allowing the comments at this stage after the other channel gets frozen, and why did the other channel get frozen? Huh? Why can't I upload to that channel? I mean, if people think that we're not living in a different world now where people can't disagree and still succeed in life, I don't have to agree with what you like, and you don't have to agree with what I like. I'm just stating that, the other stuff that goes on at halftime, I have a 10-year-old watching this game, and there's some commercial for women's undergarments, all right? Just oh, what a prude you are. I mean, the kids, yeah, he'll go to Walmart and he'll see more than that. I don't need that beamed into my living room, though. I just don't. I don't. This used to be kind of like a safe place for people to hang out together and watch the game. I wasn't watching. My older son, my younger son, they were watching the game. And my older son, of course, reacted to it because my younger son was like, what's going on? I mean, we're losing innocence. The innocence is just evaporating. And then the entertainment, the so-called entertainment, there's nothing artistic about throwing everything out there when it comes to the language or the body parts or whatever else. If you think, I'm prudish or whatever, we used to have standards on television that made sense. You want to go watch something on your own? I mean, it's easy to do that nowadays, so I don't understand why that has to infiltrate every other aspect of what we would call, just regular over-the-air television, which does still exist. You could buy an HD antenna and just get regular TV piped right into your house without a subscription. And this is on that television platform. You're getting to see this stuff, and there's no limits to it. And you know what? I'm not the guy who wants to ban free speech, but there should be some kind of decency, what do you want to call them? Governors, barometers, things that you would just like, okay, yeah, this is going too far. Tell us what you're going to do at halftime. Tell us what kind of commercial you're going to play here. Families watch this stuff. The people in my neighborhood put a big screen outside, all right? And they have people from the neighborhood who could just hang out and watch the game, including kids. It's outside, and hey, and look what's on the big screen as you're walking by. Never mind the music. People were saying, well, I really couldn't understand the words to these songs. So I guess that's good. But if you're not paying attention to the words, and look, I don't want to say I don't want to be part of, someone said, you just want to be able to say certain words. I don't give a crap about saying certain words. It's not my thing. All right. My thing is trying not to say certain words to clean up my act. That's what my thing is at this stage of my life. So, look, if this is music, all right, this is music, all right. I'm not going to do cultural commentary on the fall of civilization. I don't need to. It's self-evident. It's a self-evident truth, right? But you pointed out, and just like, hey, this Department of Education not doing a really good job. Indoctrination. Hey, maybe we should shut this down. And then you've got a wall of humanity trying to stop it from being shut down because they want to make sure they can keep corrupting children for the next 100 years. Look where that's gotten us. 37 trillion in debt, with people who don't have a backbone, people who are constantly afraid, a media who goes out of their way every day to create fear about something, whether it's bird flu, whether it's another pandemic, another illness coming down the pike. What else can eggs, price of eggs, or to really, you can't get eggs anywhere. Oh, there are eggs down the street. I saw them today. Down the street at the supermarket. Yeah, they're $5 for a dozen or 18. All right, maybe you don't buy eggs for a while. Maybe you cut down your egg consumption. It's not the end of the world. See, we live in a different culture, which runs between the social media aspect, the fact that everybody is a star now. Oh, I got a keyboard. See my keyboard here? See it? I'm a star. No, you're not a star. You're just like me. You're just some putz who sits behind. I'm sitting behind a microphone. You're sitting behind a keyboard. I'm no better than you, and you certainly are no better than me. So at some point, we've got to kind of interact and say, Dave might have a point. Music kind of had a definition. Just like when we lose the definition of words, things mean the opposite. They invent terms. Free speech. You can't say free speech because that means you're for dis and misinformation. You're all about, if you want to allow people to say what they want to say, yeah, about certain things, political speech especially. But if you're just going to throw insults down, that's not the same thing. I'm sorry. That's not. It's about like correct information versus, what the propaganda wants us to know. And see, that's the battle each and every day. But, I put out an opinion and everyone says, oh, don't let the haters bother you. You try getting a root canal every morning reading this stuff because that's what it's like. It is. It's worse. It's like a root canal. And then, they're going to pull a couple of molars or a couple of wisdom teeth. And you're sitting there, yeah, do it again. Yeah, here, do it again. It's just great. So anyway, I'm this close to maybe taking a couple of weeks off and just watching stuff. Maybe something big will happen and then I'll come back, but for now, there's no need to do this every day. There really isn't. I'm not that important. I realize that. And there are people who think they're really important. I don't. I'm just the average schmuck who is a certain age, who's watching Western civilization just devolve. And I'm hoping we make a comeback. Maybe we're going to make a comeback. But man, it's like turning around the Titanic. And the Titanic is sinking. And so you got to fix the boat and you got to turn it around at the same time. Good luck with that, people. And if you're not looking to fix things, then it ain't going to happen because see the education system, see the Department of Education for further and more comprehensive information about what I'm trying to say here. So God bless you all. I'm sorry for this video. I wanted to make a new channel, and here it is, right? Here it is. Just take it for what it is, because it ain't much.